Are you guys ready to see the differences on the interior? Here they are. I didn't expect to see any changes on this truck, but shockingly, there's some changes. And it's a pretty big deal too. I borrowed this truck from Jerry Seiner, Buick GMC here in South Jordan, Utah. Be sure to ask for Frank. Let's go ahead and check out the window stickers so you guys can see some of the price differences. At the very top is a description with the colors, downpour metallic. And then here is a short listing of the standard equipment. Be sure to pause it. Base price for this truck is going to be $84,200. And you guys see all the options? Paint and carbon fiber composite bed. Wonder who else uses that. Destination comes in at $1995 with a total price of $86,805. And here are the Philly comment numbers right here. For 2025, this truck did see a price increase of $1,700. However, it's not as bad as it seems because Super Cruise is now standard. And if you were to add it for 2024, it would have cost $2,200. So they've basically given it to you for $1,700, I guess. However, they did make some other changes I'm going to go over with you guys in a second. But on the front end, nothing really changes except the Vader Chrome is no longer on this trim piece here. It's now just finished in black. And they did something similar to the HDs too. But you still have the Vader Chrome here on the badge. Chrome down below. So now you have black, Vader Chrome, and then just bright chrome, which I think GM needs to get with the program here and just make it one color. I wouldn't care if it was all black personally. I think it would look nice either way. With that being said, here are the headlights. Full LED, including the fog lights, which are projector style. There is a pass-through right there. And you have your recovery hooks on the front end, active grille shutters, camera with a sprayer right there. And then here's that hood. And they still are using the same 22-inch style wheel. I actually like these wheels. They're very like in your face. And they're wrapped in a Bridgestone tire, 275/50/22. And here is the capacity for them. 2,403 pounds. Max PSI for these tires is 44. They do provide a fabric material for the liner there. Independent front suspension. Now I can't remember, can you get these painted on the half tons? On the HDs, I know you can. They do have some forward lights there. You have your power deployable running boards. More cameras on the mirrors, blind spot monitoring, more chrome on the side. I think they should just maybe make it all black here and just make these body color. I think there's just too much chrome on this truck in particular, but you have smart key system. And one thing I like about these running boards, however, is you do have this button that will allow them to come out. That way you have a step right there. So that's really nice, I like that. And then here's just a nice side view of the truck. They are still using a 24-gallon fuel tank. Premium fuel for that 6.2 liter. And here is that leaf pack. That bottom one is going to be a helper spring, and then you have those two leaves right there. Now notice the difference in the wheel liner. You see that? There's your composite bed. Now I can't wait to show you the payload because I think this bed actually gives you more payload, so that might be a good thing of why they did this. There is a step out back. This is how you know that this truck has the Super Cruise, because the rear bumper is slightly different in design. Full LED tail lights, and then you have that multi-pro tailgate, dual exhaust, class 4 hitch. They give you the camera inputs right here, and you have a 7-pin. They still provide the kicker sound system there. And then here is that composite bed. So this definitely reminds me of the Toyota Tundra bed, and I can't wait to see how this holds up over time. They still give you 6 tie downs on the front. Actually, they give you 8, so these are new right there. The bed lights are right here now, and you have 400 watts of power, and then you have 3 and 6. So what is that? 6 plus 8. I'm not good with math, so we're gonna go with 14. I think I was right. Man, if I was right, I'm getting better. But yeah, this composite bed definitely, yeah, it looks nice. You have a handle here to help you get inside the bed too. And of course, you have other functions that you can use for this tailgate as well. Down below, here is that rear axle that's gonna have an automatic locker. And this truck, nearly 90 grand, has a donut style spare tire. Interesting. Here's a side view of the truck. Let's go ahead and talk about the powertrain now. As far as the powertrain goes, nothing's really new in terms of the offering. So you're gonna have the 6.2 liter gas V8 naturally aspirated and the 3 liter diesel. Now this engine is gonna have 420 horsepower, 460 pound-feet of torque. All that power goes to a 10-speed transmission. Now on the window sticker, it doesn't look like it has active fuel management, which is like the cylinder deactivation, and that's a good thing because I think not having that makes this engine more reliable. I forgot to mention earlier too, because I couldn't really show it to you. On this side you can see it, however, you can see the upper and lower control arms. They do have some strengthening right there. And this does have an adaptive suspension. You guys can see the sensor right there on this Denali Ultimate pickup. Let's check out the interior next. Are you guys ready to see the differences on the interior? Here they are. Down below, this area was wrapped in leather, all this right here. And then like these parts of it were wrapped in leather. Now it's just hard plastic. I don't know why they did that. They did the exact same thing for the HDs. And I know that it's not a big deal, but it just makes a $90,000 truck to seem just a little bit nicer. And they just took that away. So it is what it is. But you still get soft touch pretty much everywhere on the top end. You have this beautiful umber interior. You have this white piping and stitching. Great graphics, and then they give you this Denali badge right there. You have your seat memories, you have some of your controls for your mirrors. They are power folding. Auto up and down for the fronts, auto down for the rears only. Toyota gives you auto up and down front and rear, just saying. And then Ultimate badges right there. And then you do have the seat massagers for the top part of the seat. And you can change the bowstring on the sides of the seat, on the top only, and you have a shoulder support. So these are basically 16-way seats. By the way, you probably noticed those really nice speaker grills, 12-speaker sound system, which is an upgrade over the other trim levels, only to be matched with the AT4X basically. Power steering column, and then here's some of your controls. You have your electronic parking brake, four-wheel drive system, lighting's right there. Let's jump over to that side real quickly. Here is the passenger side, so 16-way seats on this side as well. And then check out the wood treatment on the dash, leather treatment up there too. And just really quickly, I want to show you that door. And this is going to give you some storage at the very top. And they give you like this, like suede material here. And that's going to help prevent things from like rattling in here. I like that they do that. And then down below, you guys can see this is your glove box. You cannot use this for a bed camper for like a RV. And then this is just your wheel locks right there. A little bit of storage on the side, leather wrapping there. They did a great job on this interior. I think it's still one of the best in the market. I haven't seen a tungsten from Ram yet, but this is, I mean, listen, how much nicer do you need it? You have leather wrapping on your grab handles out back and on the front end too. And check this out too, seat back pockets. Seats have a nicer design over the Denali. And I'm talking about the regular one. Outboard heated seats, USBs, air vents, suede roof. Can't beat that. And these seats are the same thing up front, so they don't skimp out, because sometimes the manufacturer will get cheap back here and they don't do that for this Denali Ultimate in the second row. It's just a really nice truck, and I think it's really one of the best interiors. Flat floor, a little bit of storage down below. Now let's go ahead and jump back up front. Heads-up display right there. You also have a camera for your rearview mirror, 13.4-inch display, 12.3-inch display, and you guys can see the sensors for the Super Cruise Here's some more of that design on the interior. It's also on the dash right there as well. Now, push button start right here. Dual climate control, heated and ventilated seat, heated steering wheel. Also, you have your USBs, a little bit of storage. And the layout is pretty nice. Trailer brake, some people don't like this area, but I feel like if you're driving down the road, this is just nice to have. If you learn where it's at, you can keep your hand here and it'd just be easier to stop that trailer in a panic situation. Now, obviously, because the truck has a 6.2, when you put it in sport mode, it does make the exhaust louder too. And I've done videos on that in the past. Wireless charger, 2 USBs, 120 volt power plug, storage, deeper storage, and this is illuminated down below too. And then check this out. All wrapped in leather, perforated leather. And these seats breathe really nicely. So it's hot today. It's 88, but it seems hotter. And yeah, I can really feel those ventilated seats working very well, especially when the AC is on. Now on this screen here, they do give you a lot of nice information. I'll just go through it really quickly. You have your trip information there, timer, tire pressure, driver assistance, oil life, brake pad life, which not a lot of people do that. Air filter life, not many do that as well. And they give you a blank page, and you can uncheck stuff as well. Also, if you want to change the layout of the screen, they do provide ways to do so. You can even do a clean screen. Some people just like less information. They just want to see the speed and that's it. And then if you want, you can actually change what's down below too, but you have to do it outside of this one. So I'm gonna go back to progressive because that's my favorite one. And if you go back down again to lower gauge, you can put maximum information. You can also change what's in the left and right gauges there. Now on this screen here, very customizable. Check this out. You can swipe things around. You can take things out of the screen here. You can put things back in the screen. Also, if you want to see your cameras, I like to have my cameras in that menu because if I'm pulling into a parking lot, this makes it a little bit easier. You can check if you're in between the lines. It also shows you the tires really nicely too. And if you're hooking up to a trailer, they have that one as well. I wasn't done yet, but if you swipe over, you also have a bed view camera too, and it does turn on the lights when you go to this menu. You can zoom in to check on the cargo, or unless you're crazy enough to add a gooseneck to the truck, you can do that too. But that's pretty much everything. Let's go ahead and check out the payload on this truck. Before I show you that payload, I figured I would show you this on this side. And then you have unique floor mats. Make sure you don't order all-weather floor mats if you're ordering your truck because it will delete those floor mats in some cases. Now as far as the numbers go, gross axle rating up front is going to be 3,800 pounds. The rear is going to be the same at 38. And gross vehicle weight rating is going to be 7,100 pounds. 22x9 wide wheels, and payload is 1,489 pounds. Now I looked at a truck I did literally almost a year ago, and this truck has 112 pounds more of payload. So having that composite bed will actually pick you up payload almost 1,500 pounds on a decked out top of the line truck. I mean, this truck is heavy, so they basically are giving you more payload by using that composite bed there. And I would like for them to maybe even make it an option for other things on the truck, maybe in the future when they do a redesign. 8,900 pounds for conventional, 6,400 for gooseneck, but I don't see anyone using this truck for gooseneck. And this truck weighs 5,611 pounds on the curve. So I hope you guys liked the video. I definitely think that this is a really good contender, and it just got a little bit better. More payload, you have Super Cruise, standard, and it's under 90 grand, so what more can you ask for?